After prevailing over the Withdrawn in a pitched battle, the time has come for you to search the stars again, and determine where next they shall take you. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Lu, the vernal star. Horus, the Aesir star. Haub. Manly is already on his way. Barker. And the Glade of Lu, the Accusers. I think let's go there. Your next adversaries are to be the Accusers, led by one called Lundel, whom I believe you first met many moons ago. His is a tale I hope shall be forgotten. He then tells you what he knows of your next adversary. Lundel the Liar, the first adversary you confronted in the Rites, not long after you took your first steps on the path to freedom. A former constable of the Commonwealth, he gained a reputation for his strict and brutal manner. By any means, he always caught the crook. Once, he arrested a civilian who hated him on suspicion of theft of Commonwealth artifacts that had gone missing. Lundel discovered the artifacts himself in the civilian's home. The suspect soon was exiled. Still, he denied the charges, even as they cast him downriver. The case was investigated further, though too late. Suspicions turned to Lundel. It turned out he planted the damning evidence himself. So, he was exiled in turn. And the downside, he soon became acquainted with the Rites, having heard all of this from several people in high places. He asserted himself as the de facto leader of the Accusers. They bent to his aggressive nature and prevailed many times under his watch. Yet each time his chances of liberty arose, the Nightwings either defeated him or simply did not show. At any rate, Lundel shall be looking forward to our arrival, I expect. We may resume our journey come daybreak, but in the meantime, I would advise taking what rest you can. You bid the lone minstrel a good evening. At dawn you shall take flight again. You approach Jodariel, who seems to be busy explaining something to Sir Gilman. And so, feinting left against them proves to be reliable. They all lead with their right wings when they choose to strike. They are quick, but can leave themselves quite vulnerable. Such sage counsel, madam! This knight feels more emboldened should he ever again be forced to confront the high-wing remnants in single combat. Pray you never shall. Being here, I suppose it is unlikely. She notices you then. Reader, the good knight and I were just comparing survival strategies we picked up on the Blood Border. Reminiscing on old times, it could be called. Indeed! The good Jodariel has volunteered to become this knight's master-at-arms, should we ever achieve our liberty together, and this knight humbly accepted. No. What? I said no such thing. I owe you nothing, worm. Ah, but the finest lessons are the harshest made, madam. This knight is overjoyed that you would thusly train him as your protege. Reader, spare me, please. You somehow manage to steer the subject back to military tactics. This knight is most impressed with your familiarity of the finer points of being sliced to ribbons by the high-wing remnants, Master Reader. Sir Gilman and Jodariel continue the conversation for some time. You sense they are in relatively good spirits, all things considered. And the book offered news on the actual team, which would be the 9 Triumvirates. Yeah, the Withdrawn. From the Wild Witch Melith. So, we gained a bit of experience, but no one is incredibly close to enlightenment at the moment, while Gilman is actually very close. The problem comes here, I don't necessarily feel comfortable throwing in, like, Pamitha and Gilbert and, well, I mean, Tiso and Ray and the others are fairly heavily advanced. It's just Gilman and Pamitha doesn't have the, their legendary things. So I probably won't bring all of them at once. It worked out well though, Gilman's speed was very useful. I'll try to get a balanced team for most of the things. It's time to fly. Hello.
Hey, what's the big idea, huh? Oh, it's you, Nightwings, come to rub it in again, I guess. We Tempers, we've been trading flames with you, who knows how long. So what, you got us once or twice lately. Matter of time before we go and get you back. So, you want to keep that in mind next time you go messing with these horns. Hear me? Now get out of my sky!
Hello.
Oi, what the bloody blazes?
Barker notices your wagon at his flank there and begins to laugh. Well, if it isn't the Nightwings, flaunting their fancy little flying wagon, eh? You think you're better than us, mates, eh? Ha, you ain't better than the dung I stepped in last night. Now get on out of here, and I don't mind to leap on over there and rip your kisses out. You hear me? Okay, now he knocked into me. What is here, though? Something about the strange island you see below draws your attention.
Best to avert your gaze from the Isle of Kaelmare. Even the scribes themselves thought to avoid the place. Let us fly on.
Okay. I guess we have more important things to do anyway. We are going to the Glade of Lu anyway. Oh, vocations. I like those. Supply of Stardust. Stardust is also good. But I'm going with vocations. Your wagon touches down in the Black Basin, where you first met Volfred, and Pamitha as well. You briefly wonder what might have happened had your paths not crossed as you consider what to do with the remains of the afternoon. You meet up with Hedwyn, who suggested you go ranging with him through Needlefield. Let's be off then, my friend. Together, you set out to explore the untamed flora around the Black Wagon. You find little to speak of, other than the desolation typical of the downside. Looks like we're clear. Ready to head back? You and Edwin make your way back to the wagon. Though uneventful, your search helped ease the burden weighing on you, and leaves you with time to pursue your vocations. Again, let's mentor. I don't think we'll spend time mentoring these guys. They're already pretty heavy in, so someone like Pamitha possibly, or Tizo. I think it'll be between those two. Everyone else feels fairly ready, although Gilman is a bit behind. I mean, giving it to Gilman would level him up. That would definitely be handy. Yeah, let's do Gilman. This knight shall be your eager protege. You and Sir Gilman go over what you know of the celestial landmarks you have been to, and how their properties impact the Nightwings and the rights. You can tell he knows many of them well by now. So grateful is this knight for such a glorious occasion that he's giving strong consideration to performing, here and now, the forbidden dance of the Sea Dominion. Alright, we could get the banish thing, but I also kind of want to improve his slash. Like, double slash returns to his previous position, that seems very strong. And then the wider area of effect might even be better, actually. The problem with slash is that he sort of returns backwards, you know? But I do want him to banish a lot, because it brings his banished allies back. The wider area, I think, is probably better. Ah, the gloried vistas of the downside, though they be a laughingstock next to the splendors of the Commonwealth, of course. And that's it. Hedwyn seems preoccupied with something, but sees you as you approach. Hey, my friend, come join me for a bit. His smile returns as you draw near. What a mess we've gotten ourselves into. Gotten you into. It's something I feel bad about. Back when we found you in the Sandfalls, did you have any idea what you were getting into? It's an unshakable sensation your language has no way to describe, yet you feel it, nonetheless. You reply that for all the struggles you have had to face together with this group, you remain grateful for this journey. For it is not so that, though the struggles of the bond's friendship made stronger? Hedwyn nods his head in agreement. I think you're right about that. I guess if you can read the stars, then reading matters of the heart might not be all that difficult either. He says nothing more for some time. Look, there's something else I wanted to tell you. You've guided us through this whole ordeal. We've come to depend on having you around. But when the time comes, I hope you do what's best for you. I know being a part of a group like this, it's supposed to be all about the group, all about the greater goal, and I get that. It's just, I don't think you owe any more to me, or anybody here. All of us, we all have problems, right? We wouldn't be here if we didn't. We're all a part of this, and we're all helping one another through it. But in the end, no one's responsible for our own problems, except us. So, whether it's that business between Pamitha and Tamitha, or Sir Gilman and his honor, or me, or anybody here, it's for each of us to sort it out. I'd like to think that's why we're here. The perspective that we gain, knowing each other, I think it's helped us make it all this far. But in the end, our problems are our own. No one's expecting you, or anyone, to set them right for us. Or so I keep saying to myself. It's all any one of us can do to deal with our own problems, than to also have to deal with each other's. I think we're all just grateful at this point to have each other for support. So, thank you, my friend, for yours. Now take care. I'm off for a bit. He lays a hand on your shoulder as he heads out of the wagon. Ah, Edwin. You're a good person. To the Glade of Lugh. En route to the Glade of Lugh, the wagon comes to a sudden halt.
That does it. I'm leaving.
The cause of Jadariel's outburst soon becomes apparent. Well, Rita, darling, at least some of us know how to take a joke, wouldn't you say? Look, she was reminiscing once again about her soldier days, and I just happened to point out, I may have suggested the fire destruction of the Spiral Sanctum happened on her former unit's watch. I mean, didn't it? Not that she would have made much of a difference had she been there herself. She ought to thank the saint that she was spared her exile there. I thought she had no love for your commonwealth. I shall never understand what it is your people ever saw in that dreadful place, but I guess I hit a sore spot. I should probably apologize. She swoops off. There's no sign of either one of them. You organize a small search. It proved fruitless. But then, Jadariel returns, alone, as if nothing happened. She's back to her calm self. Let us continue. I regret the interruption. Pamitha soon comes back as well. Oh, don't you worry, darling. I have definitely patched things up between us. Honest. At least, I think perhaps I didn't make things worse. She returns to her business in the wagon. You make ready to resume your travels, but make a note to follow up with them. Pamitha? You find Pamitha in the midst of a heated conversation. All I'm saying is, we're limited not only by our own chances individually, but all your friends' chances as well. Jadariel seems to be considering whatever it is Pamitha proposed. Reader, the Harpier is suggesting that perhaps it would be best if I were to form an alliance with the ones whom I fought for the best part of my life. Just with me, Jadariel. I cannot vouch for anybody else. How utterly absurd. If we were in the Commonwealth, I would not have stayed my hand against her. That I can say for certain. However, as Edwin would say, what happened back there, perhaps none of that matters anymore, and what matters more is what we do from here. That is to say, I'm willing to give it a shot. You mean you would be willing to conduct the rites with me? Yes. Excellent. I knew that you would come around. Thought she'd never come around, but I have to give her the benefit of the doubt here. I'm grateful for your open-mindedness. No need to let old enmities between our ancestors ruin things between us, or the others in our little party, for that matter. After all,
Do not push it with me, Harp. We shall see if the reader here is thus inclined to pair us in the coming rites. I am willing to defer to him.
Anyway, you see? I think I managed to make amends there. Doubtless we'll get on swimmingly in no time. Hooray! They are now willing to conduct the rites together. Let's hope for the best. I mean, we could combine them. It might be strong together. But I am working on Gilman as well, though. I really enjoy having someone very quick. And Gilman definitely fits into that. Though Pameth's flying is also very, very good. It's time for another rite. Here, among the razor brambles of the Glade of Lu, you await the signal of the stars. There is no sign yet of your expected adversaries, the accusers. Then, the little imp Tizo flutters up to you. Ha ha ha! Tizo cautions you that he has some history with your next adversary, Lundell. Tizo seems to be indicating that Lundell has a personal vendetta against him. But, before he can explain anything further, the stars begin to call to you. Something else catches your notice in the sky this time. Strange, new stars shimmering about, the ones you recognize. The Greater Titans have returned. The Greater Titans. Some of them merely in spirit, not in form. But those dark stars are a portentous sign. Though they may light your way, beware the path which they illuminate, reader. Henceforth, you may invite the influence of the Titan stars. Use the Titan stars for greater challenge.
Behold, the Titan stars.
Your adversary shall have 8 hope, making them return sooner. But I rank up faster. Your Pyre shall automatically suffer 30 damage. They shall be more cunning and more quicker to react. Tempted to try the Limbless Arizach to give them all 8 hope.
Limbless Arizach.
I don't quite dare. How much? Just 3%? That's not a lot.
Endrigar the Widow.
I thought I'd get more than 3%. This is something for second and third playthroughs when you really want that challenge.
Titan stars, burning remnants of monstrosities felled by the scribes themselves. Who could stand against them in their fury? You are wise to have resisted their seductions, reader. Best focus on your adversaries, keen as they are to confront you once again. Put out their fire first, and show them the glory of the Nightwings. Now then, make ready for the rite!
Your companions are assembled and ready for the rites to commence. However, there is still no sign of your adversaries, the accusers. The little imp Tizo screeches something, cautioning you all to stay alert. But then, someone leaps forth from the shadows. He grabs at his mask. Aha! Caught out, you miserable beast! I knew it! After all this time, I knew that you were still among their ranks. Tarak! Tizo is angry to have stumbled into an apparent trap laid for him by Lundell. Silence, fiend! You robbed me of my freedom, my dignity! Your evil shall be ended here and now, and you, Nightwings, shall not deny me thus again. Come then, my accusers! For we face again none other than the spawn of the accursed imp, Haub the Swallow. Let us show him now that he is a disgrace. Tizo whistles something angry back at him. Whatever transpired between him and Lundell in the past, Lundell evidently has not let it go. Ashen Coal.
The rite shall begin forthwith.
35 greater Pyre. Damn. And he regenerates the same amount of stamina as the headwind buff is. As well as another nomad that has dealer bonus damage. And lots of sprinting and jumping, and lots of good power casting. And I imagine the same critical strike, yeah. Okay, this could be tough. This could be tough. Particularly them having a much stronger Pyre. Always headwind.
Headwind.
I wonder if we can risk going with both Tiso. I want Tiso for this fight.
Sir Gilman.
And Gilman. Double quickness. But not that strong of a defense. We'll see.
Choice is cast.
Rikiak! Tiso hoped never to have seen Lendl again, but is prepared to face him. Nightwings! The wicked fiend you serve is an affront. He denied my rightful freedom in my moment of triumph. Shall never forgive him or any of you.
Now begin. One triumvirate stands unopposed. A favorable start.
You cannot mess
With grace.
with my team. Even now, 100-100.
Both triumvirates are equally as close. United in banishment.
That was I didn't need to pass that one, but... Hold still, you misbegotten little pucks! We are not finished with you yet! Tiso utters at Lendl a slew of the absolute worst imp profanity. Your curses could not possibly affect me any further, you foul spawn, for you have taken everything from me already. But if I am to be trapped in this forsaken hole with you for the remainder of my days, then I shall see to it that yours shall be as doleful as my own.
That Lendl certainly enjoys a rousing speech.
Come at me.
Nothing in the rights.
Too fast. Power casting with Gold's Bracer, so strong.
Edwin doused the adversary's flames.
Well done, Tiso.
Doused their pyre.
30 left. Come here, why don't you? What? Oh, I missed it.
Their pyre sparks.
10 left, accusers. Bring it.
Now go on just once more. And it is done.
Can't stop Tiso.
The Nightwings prevail.
Flawless.
Their adversaries proved no match for them. The right is ended.
Skriha! Tiso is very pleased that you prevailed, but wishes to make a quick exit at this time. Blast! Where did he go? Where did he go? That infernal imp! It is a monster in disguise! A fiend! Come forth to torment me until the day I die! Lendl storms off in a fit of anger. Tiso reappears once the coast is clear and expresses his gratitude again. What Lendl said before, if Tiso truly is a descendant of Haub the Swallow, then he has quite the legacy to live up to.
The rights do tend to teach something of trust.
Tiso!
Deepens in the mind of the
Kree! Tiso gives thanks to Haub the Swallow for watching over and protecting him. Additional 10 damage. That's strong, considering how fast he is. It's either that or go start getting this one. But no. Inner glory. It is time for Pamitha soon, I think.
Until the next right.